Hi, Matt with etrailer. If you're looking for a lightweight, easy to use adjustable ball mount, then the WaySafe 180 ball mount series is going to be a great option for you. So let's check them out. So WaySafe has a ton of different options when it comes to ball mounts. The ones we're going to have today won't have the scales, but what they're all going to share in common is they're going to fit into a 2.5-inch receiver. So that's just talking about the shank, and those shanks will have different drops and rises. There's going to be a 4-inch drop, a 6-inch drop, 8-inch, and then 10-inch. And they're all going to have the same weight capacity. Something else to think about, we're going to be talking about the ones with the aluminum brush finish. You can get these in a Cerakote finish, and also you can get these in a chrome finish ball and a stainless steel. Now, when it comes to the balls, you're going to have two of them. We're going to have the one up top, that's going to be your 2 5/16-inch ball, and then you're going to have the one on the bottom, which is going to be your 2-inch ball. Now they are going to have different capacities. The one on the bottom is going to be rated for 8,000 pounds. And the 2 5/16 ball for the towing capacity is going to be rated for 18,500 pounds. But they will have the same tongue weight. That tongue capacity, that's going to be rated for 2,200 pounds. And really what the difference between your towing capacity and your tongue weight is, your towing capacity is going to be the weight you're being pulled behind you, and the tongue capacity is going to be the downward force applied to the ball. So it is important you just check what your vehicle and hitch is rated for so you don't exceed that and damage something. What I really like about the 180 WaySafe ball mount is, like I said, the lightweight and easy to use. So this can be perfect for someone who is trying to hook up to a lot of different trailers, especially if they are varying heights or have different types of couplers on them. Because what it's really going to come down to, especially if you're even switching them throughout the day, you probably don't want to spend too much time trying to line up those pins again or even flip this around, where sometimes when you have those heavy steel ball mounts, they can just be kind of exhausting, especially if you are doing this multiple times throughout the day. But I actually show you what this is going to be like to actually live with. I'll adjust this real quick, took off that cap, and I'm going to unlock this. That's one thing that's nice about this, you're going to have that extra security so no one can take your ball. And then when you pull this through, you're going to notice it's pulling both pins. So I don't have to individually pull a pin or mess with any clips. And just make sure you're maintaining control of this, and you can adjust it within this channel. This is nice because since it's aligned in the channel, it's really not too much guesswork for lining it up with those holes. And once you have it in that next spot, just push this back into place and lock it up. And then you're ready to tow. And eventually you will probably have to flip this over. So to really show you how light this is, I'll do it now. This really, comparatively to other ones, if I had a steel ball mount around the same size, I wouldn't be able to move it this easily. Then you just put it right back into place. You also have two different holes to choose from. Really, if you want it closer or further away from your hitch. And one thing I will note is it actually doesn't come with a pin and clip. So that's something you'll have to invest in separately. So if you already have one, you should be good. But I'd recommend looking for one that has a lock on it. Since you already have the lock built on one side, you might as well kind of match it up. If you're looking for the exact same type of ball mount, just with that pin included with a lock core, then I'd recommend checking out the Cerakote versions of these. The Cerakote is just going to have that black layer to it. It's almost like a powder coat, only a little more sturdy. I personally like it a little bit more just because of that black aesthetic to it, but it will also come with that lock core, so that's something I do like. But in my opinion, I think this is a pretty solid choice when it comes to an adjustable ball mount, because like I said, this is just really easy to use, doesn't take very much time, and you can really adjust it to fit your needs, especially with all the different types of variations there are. You can get one that's going to exactly be one for you. Now, if you're not a big fan of the aluminum finish, then I'd recommend the Cerakote finish. They're both going to be very rust resistant. Really, I think it comes down to more what your aesthetic is and what you want to see on the back of your vehicle. And something else to think about is if you want a scale on this or not. I think for most people, not having the scale is completely fine. But if you're someone who is hauling with a lot of different trailers and those loads are getting changed up a lot, you probably want to monitor that a little bit more closely, and that scale is just going to help you do that so you can haul safely. But if you have a lot of trailers and the loads are pretty much remaining the same the entire time, you know how much it weighs, then I think one of these is just going to do good too. But that's just a look at some of the features of the 180 waist safe ball mounts with the aluminum finish. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.